Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. Thank you so much for coming back. I know some of you have been here before. Thank you so much for coming back for another episode. So I'll help you to learn technology in a simple and a more practical way. So today's video will be focusing on what is Scratch, how to use Scratch online version, how to install the Scratch offline version, and why each option is important even as you explore each of them. So before we begin, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on our upcoming tech tutorials. Please do us a favor, like our video, and even subscribe to our YouTube channel. So let me begin. What is Scratch? And I know at one point you have heard the word Scratch. Maybe you don't know what it means, but I'm here to give you what it means. That Scratch is a block-based programming language developed by the MIT. So it is designed especially for beginners or even children, the students, those who are in a lower primary school, or even everyone who will want to learn coding. So it's designed specifically for beginners, children, and everyone who wants to learn programming in simple and a visual way. So there are different ways you can go to learn programming by writing scripts or writing codes. But for this case, we'll be using visual, using some kind of block, moving one block from one place to the other. So with this one, the blocks you can create even animations, you can create games, you can create stories, you can create interactive project, which we will look at each of them even as we go by in the next tutorials. So that's why I'm saying that don't miss out on subscribing to this channel. We have many tutorials that we have in place for you. So Scratch help you build important programming concepts like the way logic, loops, conditions, events, variables, and it is one of the best platforms to start learning coding. Yes. So how do we use Scratch online? So that's I will go directly to how to use it online. There are two versions. There is online version and there is offline version, which I will explain why do you have to go with each of them. So first of all, how do we use online? First of all, you head to your browser and I will open on my end what you call Microsoft Edge, which is what you are able to see. So I have Microsoft Edge in my screen here and I will search here scratch.mit.edu. Then I search it that way. So once you open this particular page, you're able to see there is start creating and there is join. So if you want to just to create a program without saving it anywhere, you just click on, without kind of saving it online, you can click on start creating. But if you want to be coming every other day and using this kind of platform, then you can click on signing in. So for example, I will show you how to sign in. So, and before I show you, let me show you this one. You can just click on this one and then you can create even programs. You don't necessarily have to have an account. So that is the first option. The second option, I will go back. The second option, I'll click on sign in. I need to have an account so that every time I save my projects, I can share my project with other people. So I click on sign in. Sorry, join Scratch. I'm sorry, join Scratch. It will ask you to create your name. For example, for me, I will write Bethel Hub. For example, Bethel Hub. Then what's my password? You see, for example, let me not show password for purpose of security. Let me have the password and say, in this case, my password. Then I'm gonna confirm the password. Then I click on next. So once you create your password, you're able to click here to be able to see the password. You click on show password, you're able to show whether the password are matching. Click on next. Then it asks you for the country. For my case, I will select Kenya. Then I click on next. Then it asks you when were you born. I can select random. I don't have to be specific. I can select random as long as you're above 18. And then it asks you your gender. Let me use this one. Save. Click on next. Then what's your email? So we can check this box. Then have this, you write your email. So I prefer that you use an email that you can easily access. Sometimes you use an email, so use an email that you know you can, because it will require you to be able to confirm the email. So let me use this one for my case. I use this one, and then I click on create account. Now I've opened it, asked me to confirm these kind of images to show that I am not an AI. So if I had run, let me confirm this one, and then maybe verify. Sorry. Oh, sorry. It says select all the images via Adrant. There's another one here. Then verify. Yes, it's verified. Now, welcome to the Scratch. Then I review the guidelines. This one I click on next, 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 next. Everything I just click next. I'm not changing anything. I agree. Now, you have created an account and you can be able to see here that confirm your email to enable sharing. So in the case you, of course, you will need to have sharing. So first of all, you have to do what? You have to confirm your email. So you will receive an email in your email that you have used that asks you to confirm. It's written confirm your Scratch account. So you click on that email, then you click on confirm account. I'm confirming on my phone. So for a case you can confirm, you can open your email and able to confirm that particular email. So mine have confirmed and I'm able to reload here, and you can see there is no that error anymore. And now I have an account here, Bethel Hub. So at this point now, you can be able to create projects. Click on create, and you're able to create now your own project, and you'll be able to share with others. Once you have created a project, for example, let's assume that I have created a project and I give this project, let's say, for example, title as a test. And I've created a project I want to share with other people. What do I do? Uh, so now, sorry, when you have this particular account, you're able to share by clicking on share. Then it will ask you for who do you want to share with. So you are about to share this project. It asks you proceed with share. So you can proceed with all the other steps and be able to share that project. We'll discuss more in detail about that. But let's focus now on this particular interface. So in this particular interface, there are some of things you can be able to see. At the top here, there is settings, there is file, which you can save and even load other files, edit, even title. Yeah, this is what you're able to see. And then there is, there is what you call this one, these code blocks, the blocks that you'll be using. Each of category, you have category of motion, category of looks, category of sound, events, control, sensing. Those are the different code blocks that the blocks of code that we have. And then what when you click on each of them, they are what comes here. Then the next thing is this particular kind of stage. This is what called the backdrop or the stage. Then we have this one, this cutter. We call it a sprite or character. Then of course you can be able to change how you want them. Yes. And then this is the coding area. So for example, you see, I'm able to drag some block of code to this side. So for example, let's just do a simple one that makes this particular character to move to different direction. So for example, I click on this one. I will get four of this. Sorry, the same one. You see, all of them are written spaced, space, space, space under events, space, space, space. Then I want to make this particular cut to move to different direction. To move to different direction when I click on arrows. In your keyboard, there are arrows at the there's arrow pointing up, there's arrow pointing down, there's arrow pointing left, and there's arrow pointing to the right. So I want to see how able to use this kind of arrows. So I've used all these, and then I change here to I want to use the left arrow. Then here I want to use the right arrow. Then here I want to use the down arrow. Here I want to use the up arrow. Up arrow. So these are the arrows in my keyboard. So what happens when I click on the left arrow? So what happens in this particular character, when you are moving to the left side, you are using the negative value. When you are going to the positive side, you are using the positive value. For example, look at this one. It is -9. When I drag this cut this way, the negative 10, negative 90, negative 136. But when I'm going forward, look at the value of x here. When I move this way, you see it is going positive 91, positive 134, it's going to the positive. What about when I'm going up? When I'm going up, it is positive. Look at y. I want you to look at y. This is y. If I go up, this is positive 71, positive 109. When I go down, it's decreasing. 3, 2, negative. Now, so what will happen when I press on those kind of arrows? So let's have something called in this case we have something called under motion. I will click on something called change y. So this is for up and down. So I will click on change y, I place it here. Then I click again, change y, I place it here. So when going down, we say we use the negative. So in this case, I will say negative 10. Then here it's positive 10, that's going up. Then for x, going to the left and to the right, we're using the x. So I will say change x by 10, then change x by 10. So to the left side, we're using the negative. So that's why we say negative 10, then positive 10. So let's wait and see. Let me click on my keyboard. I click on the left key, press on the right key, the up arrow, the down arrow, the left arrow, the right arrow. Now you're able to see? Yes. So it's working. So it's working. I'm able to move my character to the left, to the right, to the top, to the bottom, based on how I want it. So we are able to achieve that. So now that is we have explored how to use the Scratch offline, the online version. So let me stop this one here. Let me show you how to approach the offline version. So for you to approach the offline version, this is what we do. How do we install? So if you're using Windows, there's something called Microsoft Store. There's something called Microsoft Store. You can even search Microsoft Store. You can search Microsoft Store in your computer. Then there is this one here. This one, Microsoft Store. Then it will open something like this. Then you can search what? You can search Scratch. Then you look for Scratch 3. To open Scratch 3 like this, and then it will ask you to get. Mine is asking me to open because I have it already installed in my computer. For your case, you can click on get. So when you click on get, it will allow you to be able to, it will download that particular Scratch. Then once it's finished, it will tell you now to open. So which you can open. And once I open for my case now here, let's wait and see. It will open for me this particular page, which is the same as the one that we had in the other part, the one that we had in the online version. So that is how we're able to use the offline and online version. So for this offline, I'm able to see it's the same way that we had in the online version. But now the last part that I want to discuss is what are some of the advantages of each of them. Why is this one important than the other? But I can say is that there's none of them is important than the other, but only it's applicable for some areas, while other is applicable in areas with for because of some different reason. So, for example, I will talk about. Let me talk about the why is online version important. So online version is important because you don't need to install anything at all. You don't need to install anything. Sometimes you find that maybe you are using a computer, maybe it is full for some reason. It doesn't allow you to be able to install something. You can use what? You can use the online version. Also, you can save the project on the cloud. Once you create an account, you can be able to save your project on the cloud. Also, another thing is that you can access your project from any computer. So once you create an account, even you can go somewhere and then you left your computer at home, you can log into any computer you find and then log into your Scratch account and be able to see the projects that you have. Also, you can share your project with others, but the offline version you cannot. The offline version you cannot share your projects with others because it is an offline version. You can explore projects made by other learners, that is using the online version. So what I can say is that this is a perfect for school with internet access and for collaborative learning. Maybe you want to collaborate with another person to see how you're able to work together to build a particular given project. So these work perfectly where you have a stable internet and where you want to do a collaborative work. Secondly is the version offline version. For the offline version is that you don't need any internet to use it. So you don't need any internet. So it is good where in a places or in institution where or a place where you are where you don't have the internet. You want just to practice coding or scratch coding, but you don't have the internet. So this offline version is good for that. It is perfect for schools with limited connectivity. It runs faster on slower networks. In the case whereby maybe your internet, yes, is there, but it's slow, then this is a perfect one. It doesn't need to use any internet. Then you don't need to log in to create any project. You just create project and then you save it in your computer. So you don't need to have to log in anywhere. Yes. So that is those are what I've given you as the importance. So you choose the one that you find it comfortable to you, based on whether you have the stable internet, whether you want to share the projects, whether you want to have cloud saving. Yes, those are the things that you can look into. So, and that is how you have get started with Scratch, both the offline and the online version. So in the next video, we'll create your first Scratch project step by step. And if this video was so helpful to you, we are requesting that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, share with someone learning the programming. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Thank you so much for staying with me up to this far. You are the best.